didn't get your thoughts. I don't think anybody has yet on Crawford versus Spence, man. Like,
Right.
bruh, just tell me your thoughts on, on when you see it playing out, man. Like, cause
Man,
I remember talking to you a lot, and you was always kind of leaning towards Spence, but you was just like, yo, that is so 50-50. I don't even know. So yeah, let
I
me get
always said it was 50-50, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I said that earlier. I I said that a few years ago I was all Spence, and then Crawford started doing his thing, and I was just like, I don't know. I really didn't know who was gonna win. Um, Crawford just showed how great he is. That's how I think Crawford showed how great he is. I mean, you can't. I think I just don't like, bro. Like so many people is jumping off the bandwagon of Spence because it was so many people Spence this, and like after he lost, it's like people just kind of, they like didn't mess with him, and I just don't like that, bro. People don't forget Spence really is they say the big fish. He really is, bro. Spence is really that nigga for real and a monster. But Crawford just was better. That's all. Crawford just was better everywhere around. I mean, he just for me completely dominated, and he just was the better man that night.
you're a fighter, so you're the perfect person to ask, man. Um, and I kind of hate asking it because I don't want to take anything away from Crawford's performance, man.
Right.
To me, he's up there with like Floyd and Ray Leonard. He could hang. I don't know if he could beat them, but he could definitely hang with those guys.
Right.
But did Spence look like himself that night, man?
Spence did not look like himself. No. Not same thing, bro. We can't take nothing away from Crawford. And I always say Crawford was special. Even when me and him was beefing a long time ago, I was like, this little nigga special, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This motherfucker, he good, bro. He's special. And same thing you said, bro. You can put him up there with the Ray Leonards and Tommy Hearns and Hagglers and Floyds and Durans. You can put him up there. You know what I'm saying? Not same thing, not saying he could beat him, but you definitely can put him in that same category. But at the same time, Spence he didn't look like Spence. It's just, it is what it is. It's just hard to say, bro. It's like the barbershop talk, like damn, but Spence didn't, bro. And everybody talking about it, but I give Crawford the credit. I mean, I still got to give him his credit. I can't. They fought, no matter what happened in Spence camp. They fought. He took the fight. It happened, and Crawford won. So,
Do
yeah.
you do you think that it's gonna look completely different in a rematch at 154, or you just think Crawford
I
might have?
think it'll look different. I do think it'll look different in 54. I
Mm.
do think it'll look different than a rematch in 54. I do. How I don't know. Man, it's like Spence didn't look like Spence. But was that because of Crawford or was that because of Spence? That's the thing. Like, is Crawford that great that he just made Spence look mediocre or just Spence have something going on. We never know. Obviously, we not inside their camp, and whoever knows, they know. But yeah, Spence he didn't. But is it because of Crawford's greatness or not? I don't know.
That's and like we've said already, don't want to take away from Crawford's greatness and stuff like that, but it's just like, is Crawford really 100 times better than Spence? Like it's just
Right?
like damn, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Is
So
he really that? Is he really? I think. Listen, Crawford is special, bro. I think he really is that good. Is he that much better than Spence? That night he was for sure. But I don't know, bro. I can't tell. I really don't know, man. It was how would it look at 54? I don't know. I definitely like to see it at 54, but I don't think we're gonna see it. I don't think we're gonna see
you
it.
don't
Y'all think
you don't think so?
I think Crawford want Jermell so bad. He want twin. He want Jermell so bad. It's like I think, like I don't think they're like when would they fight? You gotta realize they ages and at that stage they might fight once a year. So, at 54, I think that Spence is gonna go fight, maybe two fights. So if he fight two fights, that's 2 years, right? Crawford, same thing, two fights. If he fight, he probably wait a little while. Maybe he'll do something and maybe get Jermell or something like that. That might be another 2 years. So would it even still be the same Crawford and same Spence in 2 more years from now? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, they'll both be older, probably stronger at 154. But would it be like now? I don't know. I don't know, bro. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen no time soon.
what did you think about? I mean, I call it a gangster move when you over here taking it to 1 pound for pound guy, and then you talking shit to another pound for pound guy. Like, what did you think about that? What
Man,
Crawford doing?
the dude nice, bro. The nigga nice, bro. He just nice. That's it. He nice. He got that swag. He got the attitude. It's crazy. He really put Omaha on the map because nobody know what the fuck Omaha at. Nobody I never even heard of Omaha, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Where we come from, bro, I don't even know nothing about Omaha. Know nothing about none of that stuff. We like, man, from us, Omaha filled with just white people or something like that. I don't know nothing about Omaha at all. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I know about Omaha before Terrence Crawford is Malcolm X is from Omaha. That's all. That's the only thing I know about Omaha is Malcolm X. I literally know nothing else about Omaha except Malcolm X. But he put him on the map, and shit, he one of them special ones, bro. He just one of them. He's just one of them special fighters.
Now, I do remember you saying that Crawford versus Spence was 50-50. But I do remember saying, like, yo, what you think about him going up to 54 and fighting Jermell? You were just like, nah, Jermell a different animal. But seeing how Crawford looked, are you just now like, that's 50-50 too, man?
I still got Jamel. I still do have Jamel. Um, one thing nobody cannot measure when looking at a fighter, looking at fights, you can't measure how much fight they got inside them. You can measure their skill and quickness and speed, but you can't measure their hunger and how much a fight they have in them. Nobody cannot measure that. And Jermell is an angry ass fucking dude. Jermell is really angry. He has a lot of fight in him. He has a chip on his shoulder from the start. He always had a chip on his shoulder. I mean, obviously Crawford has a chip on his shoulder too. Mel is naturally bigger, and Mel hits really hard. Now, I think that, if they was, same weight, I would give the skill. I still give the skill advantage to Crawford, but it's just Mel, and he saw what he did to his friend. He saw that. So, if they go in a training camp and fight each other, it's gonna be more added. It's just gonna be that more added fire in him that he's gonna want to beat this dude. So I still will have Jermell, but will he run through him? I don't think so. But I still will have. For me, I still got Jermell.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you still have Jermell, even though he's going up to 68? He's going to come all the way back down to 54. Like, you don't think maybe it could be a
Yeah,
little.
I think that it might affect them. But I mean, like you said, bro, that's a long time coming. It's not like, oh, that's gonna happen in 2 months or 3 months or even 6 months. He about to fight Canelo. After that, obviously he gonna make a shitload of money. He gonna probably go somewhere and do a lot of stuff, and then come back to training. And don't say if he beat Canelo, that's really not gonna happen. Don't say if he beat him and stuff, but even not beat him or not beat him, like Jermell about to fight him, he gonna make a lot of money. He probably gonna get the fuck and do what he want to do. And shit, then after that, try to revisit the Crawford thing. And so that's not gonna be. I don't think that's not gonna happen no time. So I mean, all these are like fantasy fights, but these fights are. It's not like these fights are on the verge of being signed. All these fights is, like the Crawford and Spence 2. That's gonna happen a long time from now. Crawford and Mel, that's gonna happen a while from now. So, it all depends. It all depends how he looks in the Canelo fight.
Are you going to take Jermell to beat Canelo? Or it's a tough one to call for you?
Obviously, I'm biased. We grew up together, so obviously I am biased. But uh, I'm not gonna say Canelo's gonna win. But what I'm gonna say is, God damn, Canelo was a monster. And you just gotta look at the resume. Me and we was arguing in the gym earlier about this. I mean, you guys just look at the resume of Canelo. I mean, after the Floyd fight, he just went up. Canelo, he knocked Amir Khan out. He knocked James Kirkland out. He fought Triple G, a monster, 3 times. He knocked Kovalov out. His resume, Danny Jacobs. I mean, Danny Jacobs is a fucking monster. Like, just look at the resume of this guy, bro. Like, he just got so much heat on his resume. And it's like, man, Jermell gonna have a hard time. Obviously, I'm gonna pick Jermell because I'm biased, but Mel got a hard fucking time. It's like, could he even hurt Canelo? Canelo been hit by Triple G, flushed, and nothing happened to him. You got to think about that. I mean, Danny Jacobs is actually a big puncher.
Yeah.
Danny couldn't do nothing with him. I mean, James Kirkland is a big puncher. It was a big puncher at the time. James Kirkland couldn't do nothing with him. So Kovalov, a monster. He might have been passed, but you don't never lose the power.
Yeah.
just a monster, and they couldn't do nothing with Canelo. So it's just like, man, Mel got a big ass task in front of his face. I think the only thing you can hope for, man, is shit. If Canelo is starting to slip a little bit, if he's starting to fade, but I don't think so. I mean, they looking at his last fight, with John Ryder, right? Yeah, John Ryder. I think they looking at his last fight with John Ryder, as Canelo might be slipping, but listen, bro, in boxing you have those nights. I had my night. I had my night like that. You have those nights where you don't feel right. Canelo was in his hometown. He was in Mexico. It was 60,000 people in the building. He had bands come out, all kinds of shit. He probably was just, like you don't want to say you not focused because you are, but when you're in your hometown, it's just a different type of vibe going on and stuff like that. So I think they probably looking at him like that. Oh, Canelo slipping, but after that, he might come back even stronger.